Thank you for tuning into my channel, The Professional PhD. I am Dr. Viola, and I am a field application scientist. Today I'm actually going to talk to you about how being a field application scientist is pretty much like being a high-level educator within the scientific affairs and or medical affairs industry. More than likely, you may be a PhD if you're watching this video and trying to find out more information about this career. Now, I am wanting to talk to you about this because a lot of times we don't realize when we take on the field application scientist career how similar it is to being a high-level educator and how many strategies and techniques that are needed in education or that are used in education that would be beneficial as a field application scientist. Before earning my PhD and my master's degree, I spent some time in the classroom teaching middle school and high school students science. And so I've been able to pick up a lot of strategies and effective ways on developing lesson plans and delivering lessons, especially to different level learners. Now, as a field application scientist, what I realized, and it took some time to realize, that pretty much I can use a lot of those same strategies to really make sure that I'm delivering an effective lesson to those that I'm teaching. Now, as you may know, if you watched my other video, a field application scientist is a person who will train someone or teach someone in regards to a process, a platform, or a product. And usually who you're training at this level, if you're a PhD and a field application scientist, more than likely will be other scientists and or physicians, as well as other healthcare professionals in general. And so, yes, your learning group is much more different. And therefore, your lesson is a lot more complex. And that's something to really keep in mind. One of the first ways that being a field application scientist is like being a high-level educator is the very fact that you have a group of people who have little knowledge to no knowledge about the content that you're about to come teach and train them on. And so a lot of times as field application scientists, we may not realize how important it is to prepare and to plan very carefully with the content that we're about to deliver. This is essential. And if you think of the field application scientist position as being an educator, a high-level educator, then you will definitely make sure that you prepare and plan the right way. The second way that being a field application scientist is like being an educator is the very fact that you are going to be delivering information that is focused on a particular concept or content. Now, you are training and teaching on this product, process, or platform, but you're going to be bringing them different concepts and or you're going to be teaching and training on different content that's involved. And so one of the things to keep in mind is that you're going to have different levels of learners, just like in the education field. There's going to be your high-level learners and there's going to be your low-level learners. Then there's also going to be the learners who just, they're always on point. They're right at the middle. They're not trying to rush you because they understand it already, or they don't want to slow you down because they still don't get it. The point is that you're going to have a variety of learners. And that means that you're going to have a variety of learning levels that you're going to have to teach this particular concept or content. The third way that being a field application scientist is like being an educator is because you will assess your trainees. You will want to make sure before you leave that they totally understand that concept, that you've taught them, that content, and how to apply it. So what do? We ask them to demonstrate. We say demonstrate what you've learned. Not that simply, but you actually have even a plan for how they will demonstrate it, and then they'll demonstrate it. You'll be able to assess, are they comfortable with the information? Do they know how to apply it? Pretty much, this is very similar to what teachers do, but they do it literally on a smaller scale where you just have some pen and paper and you test them. They get a grade and you say, good, not good. However, in the field application scientist position, you want to make sure it's usable. The information that you've taught is usable and is applicable. Get the word, applications. You are teaching them how to apply knowledge. The fourth way that being a field application scientist is like being an educator is because you will support them. Even after you've done the learning process of teaching them the information and training them and them demonstrating it, when you leave, it's really not over. You're going to support them in that process. Now, you're not technically technical support, but who you are is someone when they are looking for new ways to use information you taught them, they call you. If they have gotten at a point where they're confused or forgotten some of the information or how to use it, they call you first. So it's important to keep in mind as a field application scientist that though you had trained and taught them this particular information, they may need support later, and even if they don't call for support, you should call and check on them and find out how they're doing, how they're applying the information, and if they have any forms of confusion. Now, one of the things, I just had a confusing moment with even saying that, but one of the important things to remember is the very fact that sometimes that product, platform, or process that you've trained is not always used readily right after you leave. So you want to make sure that you give them time. You want to give them time to process what's learned and to apply it. Find ways to apply it. A lot of times you'll find that, hey, there's no real way for them to apply it immediately right after you leave. So you follow up with them. You'll find that out along the way, and you'll be right there to be able to support them along the way. Thank you all for tuning into this video, and I hope you tune into more videos that I bring to you in regards to the field application scientist career. Please make sure you subscribe to this channel if you want to hear and see more from me in regards to this career. And like I said, I welcome your suggestions. Let me know your comments, and don't forget to like. Thank you, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon.